What's up, Digidestins? This is Kyle D, better known as RideMyAvatar, and today we're going to be going over a deck profile. None of them for Mugen. I know it's kind of late, but hey, it took me a little bit after a bunch of testings to finally get this deck right and ready for all you guys. So EX5 Mugen, let's get into it, shall we? So let's get into the deck profile, shall we? First off, we are playing for Doraemon. Doraemon's really good because of the fact of when you put a card into the source, you draw a card. So we're going to combo this very nicely. There's going to be some times when it's actually a dead card. That's fine. We don't mind it being a dead card, but we could definitely play maybe Pagumon if you want to play a card that basically says when the Digimon's deleted. You know, check the top, add it to your hand if it's a black Digimon. But I think Doraemon's just going to benefit us anyway. So, 4 of it. Then we are playing 4 of the combo piece, Doraemon. Doraemon's is not going to be here for the on-play. It's really in here for its inheritable. The fact that when a card is added to your source, you gain 1 memory. Combos nicely with Dory, so Doraemon's just a necessity. So, we are playing for that. Then we do play 3 Agumon from the starter deck. Starter deck 15. This card basically says start of your main phase. If your opponent has a Digimon, gain a memory. And then basically all turns when an attack target is switched, gain 1 memory. So this Agumon will definitely help you out. And I think the gain a memory effect, especially if your opponent has a blocker up, or if you basically have your Mugen and your analog man ready up, you can just gain a memory and possibly pass turn. So, stuff to keep in mind. And then we are being a little spicy and playing 2 Ukumon. Ukumon's in here just for the Digivolve and raising to promote up, gaining you an extra memory, helps extend plays and does a little bit of shenanigans. I think Uku's pretty cool. You don't have to play it, no worries. I think it's just a neat tech that really makes my list a little bit different. And who isn't playing Ukumon now? You guys are all trying to jam them in, and we might be playing Big Uku next set, the next big Ukumon set. Then we are playing 3 of the promo Raremon. Raremon's really powerful for the fact that it is treated as a cyborg no matter what in any position, but on play when Digivolving, trash 1 card, draw 2. So this basically helps cycle dead pieces out of your hand. But the nice when inheritable when attacking by trashing 1 card in your hand, delete one of your opponent's level 3 or opponent's level 3 Digimon is really good. You can get rid of annoying rookies that way. Just another removal threat piece, and Raremon just helps fuel your grave. He is a high evolve cost for 3s, but that's not terrible, even if you just have to hard play him. Then we are playing 2 Numemon. Because we have Uku in the deck, I think having Numemon in at 2 is just a nice little, promote up. If not, just have your Numemon ready. If they didn't delete it the previous turn, if you just go Uku and raising, slam down Nume, you give them 3, they do their crazy shenanigans, and then you promote Uka the following turn to go into your ultimate. And then, boom, you're all set. Maybe you get to go into your Mega if they gave you 2. So, Numemon's Numemon, just a 1 cost evolve. And then the 3 cost play. Then we do have 2 Guardramon just for the inheritable, trash 1 cyborg or machine, and then draw 2. So when attacking it's just basically it's inheritable. Nothing too crazy out of the ordinary here, boys. Then let's get into the level 5s. 2 Metal Greymon from the starter deck, basically blocker, security, attack +1. It's not a terrible, especially because we like to have the extra security check to apply pressure and deal some damage. So, and it's a cyborg. What else do you want from it? Then we are playing 2 Machinedramon. Machinedramon that pops Tamers or level 3s. Not bad for both when attacking and when Digivolving skills. So, at the end of the day, this is really powerful in my opinion. You don't want to go home without it. I think 2 is really solid. You really need to see it at times, especially because a lot of powerful 3-cost Tamers do exist, and you can answer them with that. Then we do play 2 Metal Tyrannos because screw any ideas that you guys want to have security bombs in your security. We're just going to get rid of the threat and eat it alive. So if we can shut down any of your security options, that's what it's in here for. or you can stun if you have a green or black Tamer on board. You know, stunning an opponent's Digimon is no joke, so it's not terrible, especially for a Wind Digivolving an on-play skill. Then we do have 2 Metal Greymon from BT8. This is basically D-Digivolves, and then the Inheritable lets you swing into your opponent's Digimon, and that's really the key clutch of that, is that the ability to swing into your opponent's Digimon is what we need to do. This helps control the board state, combos off all our other things, like if you have Metal Greymon plus a Metal Tyranno, basically anytime you're at least checking security, you know? It's not terrible. It's a good combo. Then we do have 1 Metal Greymon blocker. Just a decent one from EX04. Just an inheritable blocker. Just another blocker. Then we do play 1 of Starter Deck 15, Androidmon. Just another reboot boy. But it's also a cheaper cost to Digivolve one of your opponent's Digimon. Because of the fact that Metal Greymon does cost 4 for Evolve to Digivolve, but it does pop something. Androidmon will at least Digivolve and just help you out there. Then we do play 1 Metal Greymon from EX01 for that piercing inheritable, and that's all it's in here for. Then we do have a secret Metal Greymon for that extra DP boost, just to clear out some damage. And that's all he's really doing anything fun there. Then we do play 1 Metal Mama. The when Digivolving effect is reveal top 3 cards of your deck, add 1 level 6 machine and his traits among them, trash the rest. And then basically when attacking, you get to delete a play cost 5 or less as long as you're a cyborg or machine. And then it's kind of a trio with their when Digivolving effects. Let's be honest here. This one just gives reboot. This one gives blocker. So a control option, a restanding option, and a blocking option. So I think that's pretty solid. We kind of know what we're looking for here. Then we do play 1 BT11 Machinedramon. We're not trying to get removed because there's a lot of removal in this format. So again, these are great combo, especially if you can set up the right opportunity. But I think he gets better once we get the BT16s. BT15 support. This one becomes a little bit better of a target. Because when we pop him, he's going to at least, you know, guaranteed to be able to play the Machinedramon on your turn, gain you more value. He's not a bad trade-off. But basically, when Digivolving or on play, look at the top 5, add 1 cyborg to the inheritable or your hand, one or the other. Then you basically, if you see an analog man, you get to add it to your hand. So it's not a bad trade-off there. And then on deletion, basically take an analog man, put it at the bottom of your deck. And then the Machinedramon. And then by placing 1 analog man in play at the bottom of its owner's deck, you may play 1 Machinedramon from your hand without paying its cost. Boom. Just a nice little nod there. And then we do have 3 of the EX1 Machinedramon. The fact that we are playing 3 of this bad boy is just straight up for the fact that when we hard play him, he's going to get 5 different cyborgs of red and black persuasion, and then basically he's going to gain you 5 memory for that combination, and he has DP minusing limitations, so you can't DP minus him off the board. So it's not bad. I think this is really solid. You like your Mugen, you eat your Mugen. Then we do play 1, 2, 3, 4 of our Chaos Boys. Because Chaosdramon is basically going to help you de-digivolve your opponent. You can put up to 3 pieces, and then you can de-digivolve equal to the number of pieces you put. And then basically has a protection if this card would be bounced, deleted, or returned to the bottom of the deck. Instantly, you get to protect it. So, Chaosdramon's going to do Chaosdramon things, and I love him. Then we have Chaosdramon X, basically says, I gain all inheritables of Chaosdramons or Machinedramons in your thing, so when Digivolving effects proc, anything like that will always be his priority. But your turn, you know, all turns, you know, that's the inheritable to just be treated that way. But start a main phase by placing 1 Digimon with Cyborg or Machinist traits from the bottom to from your trash has a bottom Digievolution. You're mandatory. This is not missable. And then all turns, when this Digimon would be deleted, trash the top card of your opponent's security stack. So free, removal of security is really good. Just Chaosdramon X doing Chaosdramon X things. And then the dude that basically carries the deck on its back is Analog Man. The fact that you can discard a Cyborg from your hand, level 5, gain 1 memory, draw a card, but also it gives your Machinedramon a redirect option. So you basically can rest it, and then your opponent just has to deal with it. So, not bad. And then we do play 1 Tai Kamiya because he's a mem setter, and the fact that with him being a mem setter, and then whenever attack target is switched, you draw a card and then gain 2000 DP to one of your Digimon. It's not bad. Ty's going to gain some decent values and helps get over magic threshold numbers. And then we do play 3 Attack of the Heavy Mobile by trashing 1 Cyborg. You basically gain everything rush. What's really nice is that you don't have to discard first before you do it. So what I mean by that is if you have a Mugen that you just played and it passed back to your turn, if you weren't really thinking you were going to have that go off, you don't have to activate Attack of the Heavy Mobile. Because if it was the play I'm going to explain right now. So let's say you had an Analog Man, and then you had, this machine, and then this Mugen. So he swings in, he dies. Congratulations, you activate, put Analog Man to the bottom. Then you play out machine, put 5 pieces underneath. Doesn't matter what they are. And then it passes back to your turn. So what you can do then is activate Attack of the Heavy Mobile, trash a Cyborg or a machine. It gains Rush and Blitz for the turn, so you can swing in with Rush and just deal some damage with your opponent. So it's not a bad trade-off. It has a lot of its merits, and we'll see if that little play kind of gives you a good understanding of what you're trying to do. And then we do play 2 defensive trainings because it is a new card, and we like it a lot, actually. Being a 2-cost memory choke, having delay, grabbing any piece we need, minus our red. Pure reds is not bad. And then the fact that basically reducing the cost by 2. It's not bad. I think this is really cool, and we really like it. Defensive trainings definitely comes up. So, all in all, that is the deck profile. So let's spread this bad boy out real quick. What changes would you actually make to this deck? Let me know down in the comments. If you guys would, that would be awesome to hear from you. But if not, let me know. I think the list is pretty solid, and I think with the amount of testings I've had with it, it actually has a good successful win rate, and it can definitely hold its own in the meta. There are going to be decks that are going to be like coughing and sneezing faster than you, so you just have to have the right hand to deal with it. If you don't, you kind of are in a bad spot. So just stuff you got to keep in mind and pay attention to is just knowing what your opponent can do and what you can do. So hopefully, guys, enjoy the video. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll catch you next one. Peace!